Hey friends, my name is Asanka and you are watching DIY with Asanka. Hey friends, this week's video is a continuation of the last video which I have done avoiding expensive vehicle repairs. Now, changing your motor oil ensures you a smoother and cleaner running engine. But there are some components in your vehicle which get neglected. Due to less maintenance and the busy schedules of our life, we neglect these parts. One such system in your vehicle is your electrical system. Now, your vehicle electrical system contains two parts, charging the battery and holding the charge. Now, the alternator is responsible for charging your battery and running all the accessories when the engine is running. And your car battery, all it does is starting your engine. To test your electrical system, you need a special tool. Now, don't be alarmed. This is a cheap multimeter. With this cheap multimeter, you can check many of your electrical faults in your vehicle. Plus, this is a multi-purpose tool. Apart from the multimeter, you need a wire. Now, this special wire is not essential, but if you have something like this, it's very much easy for you to work in your electrical system. Now, this wire contains two alligator clips to hold the battery and a fuse in between. So, if I do make a mistake, nothing catch on fire. And another small alligator clips to connect your multimeter. Now you can straight away connect the multimeter and test everything, but if you have to do something like this, it's a little bit easy for you to work in your vehicle. And the other most important thing is your owner's manual. This contains a lot of information about your wiring and what are the components and the rating of those various components. This is the alternator of this particular vehicle, which is connected to the engine through a series of pulleys and belts. Once the engine starts, all these pulleys and belts turn, and through the alternator, your battery gets charged and all the accessories of your vehicle starts working from the power that produces from the alternator. This is car battery in my daily driver. Now there are three types of major batteries. Now this particular model is a lead acid battery, and the other one is the AGM battery, and the last one is a deep cycle battery. Now these three different batteries serve three different purposes. Now lead acid batteries and AGM batteries helps to start the vehicle, but major difference between the lead acid battery and the AGM battery is lead acid batteries will come in standard vehicles. AGM batteries is used for more extreme conditions like the off-road vehicles, where it does not have sulfuric acid in a liquid form. Now the third type of batteries are the deep cycle batteries. Now deep cycle batteries motorhomes and off-grid solar systems. They draw a lot of power during a long duration of period, not like your normal AGM and lead acid batteries. Now there are important things that you need to know about your car battery. It's a group number. Now this group number contains the size of the battery and where your negative and the positive leads are located in your battery. Now as you can see, you cannot just stretch these cables and swipe these the other way around, because these cables come in a fixed length sizes. So most batteries will have a label like this and it contains the group number. So as you can see, my one is a little bit discolored so that you cannot see the group number. You can always refer the owner's manual for this. You can see my particular model has the group 34B size of battery. Now all cars contains a 12 volt battery. The only difference between the make and model is the amperage. Now this particular model uses 30 amp battery. The amp is the amount of current that you can store in the battery. Now most car batteries contains 6 cells. Now each individual cell contains 2 volts. Combined all together you get 12 volts. First of all, we'll do a visual inspect of the battery. There should not be any liquid spilling off of these leads, and check for any corrosions in this terminal. This terminal should be clean and there should not be any acid leaks from these lids. Now what you need to do is open these tabs for you to get access to the cell. You should be able to see the level of the acid. Now this acid is very dangerous for your skin, so do not make any direct contact with this acid. Check all of these cells to see. In this cell you can see the lead plate always should be submerged in this acid. If you need to top off this cell, use only distilled water. Do not put regular water because it contains some contaminants. Once you check all of these cells, reinstall these lids so that no foreign particles or dirt is going to get inside your battery. Okay. Get your multimeter and set the dial for 12 volts. And get the positive probe and the negative probe and touch the positive and the negative of the battery. As you can see, my battery voltage stays at 12.52. A fully charged battery will contain a voltage above 12.60 and a fully dead battery will contain of something below 12 volts. And you need to check the phantom load of the battery as well. A phantom load is a parasitic draw in the battery when all the other electrical systems are not working. To test that, you take your positive lead and keep it on the positive side of the battery and take the negative lead and touch the case of the battery and see if there are any voltage showing. As you can see, you can 0.11 volt here. Now 3 volts is a bit high. Okay, here you can see there are 9 volts simply because this is the round of this cell. You don't want to see anything above 1 volt. Since my battery is clean, you cannot see much of a parasitic draw in here. But you can see some oxide start to build up here. So what you need to do is you need to drop some hot water to get rid of this as well. To test the alternator, you need to start your vehicle and switch on all the electrical components that you can lay your hands on. Your headlights, your AC and any other lights and your entertainment system to check whether your alternator is charging your battery. Now to test whether your alternator is charging the battery, get that cable that I mentioned to you earlier and clamp it on to your battery. Negative goes to the negative side and the positive goes to the positive side. Make sure you have a good contact with the battery. And then take these two alligator clips. Do not make contact to each other so that the fuse will blow. Turn the multimeter to DC 12 volts and get the negative lead and connect to the negative side and get the positive lead and connect to the positive side. Like so. Now you can start the car. Before starting the vehicle, keep your hands and wires of the multimeter away from the engine compartment because engine compartment has some fans and they will kick on automatically. As you can see, my voltage dropped to 9 volts, so which means my battery is weak. Now you can see the voltage climbed up to 14 volts, which means without switching on any electric component. Now you can switch on the blower on side. Okay, still with the blower on, you cannot see much of a difference in the voltage. Now you can switch on the AC. As you can switch on the AC, it drops to 13 volts, but it climbs up to 14. Now you can switch on the headlights. Now all the headlights is on and all the electrical components in my vehicle is on. Still I am producing 14 volts, which means my alternator is charging the battery well. And if you switch on all the electrical components of the vehicle and if this drops below 13, which means you need to replace your alternator or repair your alternator. You have switch off everything. Here you can see the battery holds up to 13 and it's dropping because there is a surface voltage contained in your battery. That surface voltage is the one that is now being showing in the multimeter. And after a couple of hours, it will drop to 12.5 or somewhere around that figure. Diagnostics your vehicle electrical system. It's a good place to start with your battery. And if you are not getting 14 volts once the vehicle starts, check your alternator whether it is providing enough voltage to charge the battery. And if you are going to fix additional lights or any other accessories, just connect it to your electrical system first and see whether your alternator can handle that extra load. And if not, upgrade your alternator, and sometimes you might need to insert a capacitor as well. If your battery voltage is low, don't jump start your vehicle. Charge your battery first and install it in your vehicle. And if you are using a stick shift vehicle, you can always put into gear and push start your vehicle. And if you are using automatic vehicle, remove the battery from the car, charge it first and reinstall it, and you can go on your merry way. Especially if your vehicle is a hybrid vehicle, because it's heavily depending on the vehicle's computer. If you jump start your vehicle, you might cause the damage, burning your vehicle's computer as well. And never run on low battery, because it's going to put a lot of strain on your alternator, and you might causing your alternator and your vehicle's computer to burn. So hope you learned something new. So, stay safe. This is DIY with Asanka. Hit that like button and subscribe button as well. See you guys in next week.